Hello peeps, I'm here today to show you a Subterra deck of my own design. A lot of people have made Subterra decks, and almost all the Subterras except for a few have Subterra Behemoth in their name. I'm very bad at pronouncing the last name, so I'm probably not going to pronounce it. I'm just going to show you the card. And here we go. Well, here's one of the best Subterras, and all of them are a flip effect. This is, I'm going to try and pronounce its name as best as possible, Subterra Behemoth Ultramorphous, I guess. And then here's Subterra Behemoth Spellgeist, which you should have 2 or more in your deck if you make a Subterra deck. And then here's Subterra Behemoth Amastrix, which this is pretty good to get rid of your opponent's monsters. What it does is when you flip it over, because all these cards are flip effects, it banishes one of your opponent's monsters. You should always have more than one in your deck. You don't know who's going to destroy them. And then Subterra Fiendess, which, pretty cool. Summon it onto the field. Place it or another card on your field in face down defense position. Special summon a Subterra, so that's pretty cool. It's a level 1. Which you should always have at least up to 2 in your deck. I have 3, but it's up to you. And then Subterra Behemoth. Let's see if I can actually pronounce his name. Wait one sec. No, I can't pronounce its name. That's way too long. Well, I got 3 in the deck. Like I said, if you're going to search up these cards and buy them, just put in Subterra. It's not that hard to find these cards. A bunch will pop up, so yeah. And now I got 2 of these cards in my deck. Subterra Behemoth. Let me see if I can read that correctly. It's Voltelleric, I do believe. Subterra Behemoth Voltelleric. 2 in the deck. Like I said, you should have more than 1 of each of these monsters because they're real easy to summon. Once you get 1 out onto the field, you pretty much got the other ones set. And then here's Subterra Behemoth Dragazori, I'm guessing that's what that says. But it's Subterra Behemoth Dragazori. I got 3. And now, this isn't normally in a Subterra deck, but I put it in because, heck, it's easy to get 3 monsters out on your first turn with this deck. Obelisk the Tormentor. Now, the one in the movie is a lot different from, or actually the movie and the show, is because in the movie, if you tributed 2 monsters, this thing would have infinite attack. That's not true in the real world. You tribute 2 monsters, you destroy your whole opponent's field, though. That's pretty cool. And now, Blackluster Soldier. Also not one that's normally in this deck. I just really like it. It's a level 8 card, easy to summon. Bararos. King Bararos. Beast King. Now, I put this in this deck because it's just like an Egyptian god. You have to tribute 3 cards to summon it, but once it's summoned, you destroy everything on your field. Also, its effect is you can normal summon it. It just has less attack points. It's pretty cool to have in this deck. I have 2. And now, Giant Soldier of Stone. Sorry, I read it backwards. My fault. I get stuff wrong. Pretty cool. I just like it for its defense. Pretty much. And then now Scapegoat. I like this card because it's like Scapegoat, but instead of just summoning 4 to your field, once this thing's destroyed, you summon 5. As many as you can. And the Tricky. I just have this because you can special summon it. It's pretty easy to use. And it starts out with 2,000 attack points. Just send a monster to the graveyard from your hand. There, it's out. Vorse Raider. One of Kaiba's favorite cards. I just have it in there for a normal. Like I said, something that I can easily summon so I can get them out faster. Now Karibo. I have this for another effect that it has, because when it's in your hand, you can send it to the graveyard. You take no damage from one attack. I got 2 in the deck, so that's pretty cool. And then Big Shield Gardna. Now this is a really risky card to have, but I like it in this deck because when it's flipped face up by an attack, it goes straight into attack mode. But I actually have a spell and trap card, which I'm getting to those, that will actually help it in the long run. And now here comes the traps, which this I have 2 of. Subterra's Final Battle. 4 effects. You can activate one of the effects for a Subterra. Flip a Subterra that's face down, face up, or flip a Subterra that's face up, face down. Or you can put the Subterra's attack and defense, add them up, and that's what the attack becomes. And then it also has the effect to where Subterra's effects cannot be negated this turn, as well as it has an effect of, I'm trying to think of it. Oh yeah. Let me read 1 sec. Oh wait, I actually got them all. Yeah, I told you all the effects. Just needed to read that for a sec. So yeah, those are its 4 effects. Sorry. Got 2 of them. And then Magic... Miracle's Wake. I'm sorry. I am off my game today. This is my first video, so I'm out of practice. I forgot to tell you that this is my first video I'm doing right now on Yu-Gi-Oh! But Miracle Wake. Pretty cool. A monster that was destroyed this turn is resummoned to the field. Yeah, that's good to have in your deck. Got 2. Magical Hats. It's a good protection card against other cards. I just like it because it was in the original Yugi deck, which I also got that deck, but I'm not going to show all my decks today. Storming Mirror Force. Now, I really like this because it doesn't put monsters into the graveyard. Instead, they go back to the hand, which means I get to pretty much attack once it's my turn. And then Trap Hole. I'm not going to get into deep with that card. Okay. Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Now, this is a good Subterra card because just like Subterra's Final Battle, once you activate it, after you activate its effects, instead of going to the graveyard, it goes face down. It does not go to your graveyard, but it's just like resetting it, so you can't just activate it every time an attack happens. I was actually confused on that. Not everybody is like me, though. And now, I really like this card because Your opponent can't deal you damage when you activate it. You both get a card, and it's basically a peace treaty, like 1 day of peace. And then triple D, different dimension, double D, R, different dimension, let me see, I can't see that last word. Oh, Rincantation. Now, when there's a card that's banished, you can pretty much just special summon that card straight out to your freaking field. And then okay. Actually, I'm not going to get into this card that much, but what you do is you destroy a lot of Karibos, as many Karibos, and that includes tokens, as you want. It's called I can't read that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not the best reader. I'm gonna pronounce stuff wrong. And then Blackluster Ritual for Blackluster. That's the reason why that's in there. And now this is for what I was talking to you about, Big Shield Gardna. I equip this to Big Shield Gardna. Its attack becomes the same as its defense, pretty much. What this thing does is it takes the higher out of the attack and defense, and that becomes its attack and defense for as long as this thing's equipped to it. Swords of Revealing Light. I'm not going to get into this card very much because most of you guys know about it. Just blocks your opponent from attacking for 3 turns. Great in this deck. And now, Gold Sarcophagus. Like I said, that one card banishes a card. That one card that gets banished cards, sorry. This card banishes the card to get that card. And now, Stray Lambs. I like this card because it's a good defense card, especially in this type of deck. You can use it to protect yourself. As well as Scapegoat, same idea as Stray Lambs. Pretty much summons tokens. And that's the Subterra deck. I hope you guys liked it. Like I said, do not get me on the freaking mispronunciations of these cards. Other people who make videos mispronounce almost all their cards. So don't get me at that. I hope you guys liked the video, and please subscribe. I'll make some more.